Hello and welcome to my third LEGO Star Wars review. This is going to be the Resistance X-Wing or Poe Dameron's X-Wing. I forget. Tell me in the comments. But this set is number 75149 and it has somewhere in like 700, 800 pieces, probably like 600. But it's a pretty good set for its price point at like 70 bucks back in 2016. Not my favorite 2016 set, as you'll see later in the video, but still a great one. Let's get into it. Alright, starting us off on our minifigures, we have Poe Dameron. This is probably my first or second favorite minifigure from the set. He has back printing, front printing, just printing in general, and no leg printing. Whatever, it's 2016. What can we expect? But that helmet, that's the star of this minifigure, has back printing for the helmet. I don't know, it just has printing all around the helmet and is dual molded to get that nice visor. As I said, this is probably one of the best minifigures from this set, and let's move on to the next one. Second minifigure is Olin Lars, I think. I'm not sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But this is probably one of my favorite minifigures because he made an appearance in the first bit of The Force Awakens. He does have a bit of back printing, not much though. He also has front printing and a nice robe that actually continues all the way down and on his waist, which I thought was neat. He does have a backhead printing, which is just like the more calm version of him, I think. I actually really can't tell the difference, but this is probably one of the better printings. He does have a brown chest piece, so I haven't checked if he's cracked yet, but I hope he's not. And let's move on to the next figure. Is going to be the Flame Trooper. I like this figure a lot. His helmet, it also came in the First Order. That is basically just the AT-AT Walker, but they recolored it and made it. I think the AT-AT version looks a lot better, but it also has a jetpack. Like, not a jetpack, like a fuel tank. Something like that. It scales pretty well. It does have a bit of back printing. Too lazy to take off that jetpack, but it does have back printing, has front printing, leg printing, and its face is just kind of like the angry stormtrooper, like most other First Order guys, I guess. But yeah, that's going to be the First Order Flame Trooper. Let's move on to the last. Our next figure is going to be BB-8. It's a pretty standard figure. Has printing on all of its sides. Has printing, pretty continuous print on its face. Yeah, just your standard BB unit. They only made one other BB unit, and was it BB-8? It was like a black one from Kylo Ren's Starfighter. I don't know what the set name is, but it was from the Rise of Skywalker. And yeah, it's just your standard BB-8. Came in like 10 different sets. Let's move on to the instructions. Here's the instructions, and they are chunky for a $70 set. And can I just say, I've said this in all my videos, but these instructions are amazing. I'm just absolutely glazing this, but the instructions, you have the scene from The Force Awakens where there's just chaos everywhere, and you can see that from the instructions, and it just looks great. You see the little mini build you get, you see it swooping in, and then you see the nice starry background. It's just so much better than the crappy rendered images we get now. Whatever, let's get into the actual instructions, and as you see, it's pretty standard. You're gonna see that you're missing the little bar that shows how far you are into the build. I think they started doing that in like 2020 or something like that. Whenever Mario came out, that's how I remember it. But at the end, it shows you all the play features, standard instruction stuff, shows you your piece count. Not piece count, just the pieces. You have this nice ad with this Obi-Wan Starfighter and an app that isn't active anymore, I think. If it is, I'll be surprised. Then you got all the 2016 minifigures. beautiful. Yeah, there's also this set. I really want that set. If my channel ever makes it to 100 subscribers, I will buy it. It's like, God, like $300 new. So, hoping that I get there, and so I'll have an excuse to buy it, because it is amazing. That's the set right there. Then we also have this pretty good turbo tank compared to the one that's coming out this year, because from the leaks, supposed to be smaller. M&R is probably going to make some sort of review on it. Happy to see it. There's also this set that's still pretty cheap. It's only like $60. So I also might buy that. Then we have this nice ad for the Force Awakens video game, coming in 2016. I don't know a while ago that was. And then we have the Wind Robot, basic instructions. Alright, let's move on to the build. Alright, here's the build. It looks pretty good. So first off, we got this little side build. Looks pretty normal. Then the Flame Trooper comes in and just a little play feature. Put that off to the side. But here it is, main event. It's the X-Wing. So let's turn this around real quick. So on the cockpit, open it up. You have a fire extinguisher and a wrench. Then misfire. Alright, there's another one here. For the control panel, let me just take this off real quick. For the control panel, it's a nice little sticker. I don't know what that is. I think it's a planet, but some nice little sticker. You can see the dust right on the black pieces, but yeah, wait. I actually also just noticed that. It's like a little skeleton piece, skeleton leg, holding up the controls. But yeah, those are the controls. Moving on, we have, I'll also put that to the side too. We have the nose, and it looks decent. It could have been better. Definitely could have been better. But yeah, the tip is pretty good. I actually really like that tip. But yeah, it's a nice blue and gray with this. The pink also kind of breaks it up on these thrusters, but the feature of any X-Wing, the shut, it's just called the shut. Yeah, it's shut, and I'm gonna actually put this landing pad down. Pretty simple, but so I can do this cleaner. But I'm so afraid these things are gonna break. All right, there we go. The X-Wing looks pretty good. There's a space up here for BB-8, just a single stud up there. It's pretty good space. There's some stickers, lots and lots of stickers. But for me, that isn't too much of a problem. The back side, though, actually has some detail, which I like. And we'll just take a final look at this closed. It's not closing. All right, there we go. Alexa, turn off. Excuse that. But here we are. Engines. The nose looks pretty good in my opinion. That is the set, and there's actually supposed to be a stud right here, but it's just gray. I don't know where that went. That's been embarrassing, but we'll find it another day. Alright, let's head into the final review. Alright, final review. This set, it's pretty neat. I like it, but there are some things wrong with it. Just so many stickers, like a lot of stickers, and on the back of those engines too. Probably like, I would say at least 12. The cockpit is printed though, which is nice. And the only other thing about this set is maybe like a bit of the curvature and Poe Dameron's legs. And I was about to say this piece missing, but that's probably my fault. But yeah, this is the Resistance X-Wing, and is I would say it's probably like an 8.5 out of 10. It's probably not my favorite X-Wing, but is one of mine because I enjoyed The Force Awakens. Really liked it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. This is the third LEGO Star Wars review. Check in daily for more. I'm gonna try to be doing one every day, but you never know what comes up. And that concludes the video. Have a great day, and see y'all next time.